Thank you for joining me. Lovely to see you for this express blast through 30 minutes class. We are going to start, you're going to like this today though, we're going to start in child's pose. Woohoo! So come on down to your mat. And the only prop. See, that's what I mean. A week off and you just forget everything. The only prop we're using today is the old magic circle, also known as the circle of doom, depending if you're on a sort of a cup half full, cup half empty kind of person. But as I was just saying to Sally, if you ain't got a magic circle, don't worry, because you could probably mix it up with abandoned weights or go without. But to start with, chaps, you're going to bring your big toes together. I think your back is going to like this, Judy. You're going to have your knees nice and wide there, and then you're just going to stretch forward into child's pose. All right, so bringing your head down towards the floor, letting your bottom sink towards your heels, so you get a nice release there for the lower back. And then just start breathing, imagining that your back is a souffle. So as you breathe in, your souffle, your back rises up. So you're breathing into the back of your ribs and sideways as well. And just take a couple of nice deep breaths there, just allowing your consciousness to come into your body, be in your body, be in the moment, as they say. Super. And then you're going to come up into your 4-point kneeling. And as you do that, you're going to bring your knees so that they're parallel. Okay? And then with your hands under your shoulders, so you may have to adjust slightly there, we're going to arch the back. Just a nice gentle stretching out of the back. And then round over as if you're going to do a cat stretch, but take it back into your child's pose. This time though with our legs in parallel. Stretch back into your child's pose. Good. And then come up again, bringing the pelvis underneath you, so you're rounding up as if you're doing a cat stretch, but then go into your arch and open out the chest. That's it, lovely. And then round again, so letting the head drop, belly button draws towards the ceiling, but take it back into your child's pose. And we can speed this up a bit, so it's kind of like a wave through the body. You come up with your back rounded, and then kind of lengthen it out into a nice arch. And then round again, tucking the pelvis up and underneath you, and take it back into your child's pose. Let's just do one more like this. Coming up, opening out the chest, letting your shoulder blades drop down your back. Good. And then rounding over, taking it back into your child's pose. Now we're going to come up again, but this time we're going to stay in our 4-point kneeling to do just a regular cat-cow, okay? So take a breath in. As you exhale, round the back over. So draw the belly button up to your spine. Let your head drop. In fact, get your chin tucked into your chest there, so you get that stretch right in the top of your back. And then inhale, lengthening from your tailbone as you lengthen out into a nice smiley mouth shape. Arching the back. Good. And let's go again. Exhale as you round the back over. We're just moving the spine now into a nice C shape, and then lengthen through into a sort of a U shape. There we go. Let's go one more like this. C for cat. And then smiley mouth shape. Lovely. And then just return to your neutral position. So we're going to go into a quick alligator. So lift up your left hip towards the back of your left armpit, turning to look at your bottom as you do so. Good. And then switch it round to the other side. And then just keep, it's like you're swooshing your tail. So it's like your tailbone is swinging from left to right, and you're turning round to look at the butt cheek that's coming up towards you as you do this. So we're not rounding the back here, we're moving it in a different way. A couple more of those, and then I think we're going to jazz it up a bit. So what we're going to do now, chaps, just finish yourself off left and right. Go into your alligator on one side and then drop the rib cage so that you're opening out your chest into your smiley mouth. Like our cat-cow. There you go. Now come into the alligator on the other side and then round your back up into your cat. You see what we're doing? Lengthen through your back, excuse me, as you come into your alligator on one side. Go into your arch back position. Alligator on the other side and then round up into your cat. Now if you speed this up, you've kind of got your back just moving in all kinds of which ways, and it should feel quite nice just to move it. So don't worry too much about the technique now, but just move your back. Kind of like that thing we've done. Let's go the other way this time, shall we? Kind of like that thing we've done where we imagine we're on the inside of a barrel and we're moving our rib cage so that it touches each part of your barrel. As I said, it should feel quite nice. Just to move the spine. Let's finish off in neutral. Let's just shake off the wrists a little bit because we've been there for a while. And we are going back. But remember, you can go onto your fists if your wrists don't like it. Resist. You can go to your fists if your wrists resist. Say that quickly 3 times. No, too early for that. All right, so back where you were, and I'm going to go onto my fists now. And then take your left leg back and tuck the toes. All right, now this should feel quite nice. You're just going to stretch back into your heel so you get a nice stretch into your calf there. Can you feel that? And then just rock forward so that you're stretching out your toes, so you're bending your toes there. And again, it should feel quite nice as you open out the sole. Take it back, press into the heel, open out the calf. Get a nice little stretch there. And then rock forward so your toes are bending up. Let's go one more time. Take it back. Good. Rock it forward. Good. Now this time, you're going to lift up that back leg and we're going to come into our Superman. So if you've got your left leg up, it's your right arm. If you've got your right arm, it's your left leg. That's it. And we're going to come into our Superman power grab. So you're rounding over into your cat stretch again, but you're bringing your elbow to your knee as you exhale. And then you inhale, stretching it back out into your Superman. Let's go again. 4 on each side, I'm going to say. Exhale as you round over, elbow to knee. Inhale as you take it long. Again, exhale. Inhale as you stretch it out. Exhale, power grab. Lovely. Inhale as you lengthen out and then come back to your 4-point kneeling. We're going to take the other leg back. So take it back, tuck the toes. That's it. Lengthening into your heel to get that lovely juicy calf stretch. And then rocking forward onto your toes so your toes are getting a bit of a stretch. How often do we stretch our toes? Not very often. And then go again, pressing into the heel, getting the calf stretch. Lovely. And then rocking forward, opening out the sole of your foot. Let's go one more time. Press into the calf. Does feel quite nice, doesn't it? Sometimes you don't realise where you're stiff until you do a stretch and you think, ooh, hang on a second. Rock onto your toes, rock on tummy, and then lift up that leg, coming into your Superman, other arm stretching forward, making yourself as long as you possibly can. Exhale, bring your elbow to your knee as you round your back over. Superman power grab. Inhale as you stretch it out, getting the same nice length through the body each time. Exhale as you round it over, belly button drawing to spine. Inhale as you lengthen through. Looking really good. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen, stretch from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. Last one. Exhale, draw that belly button up, let the head drop. Inhale, lengthen through. And then come back to your 4-point kneeling one last time. Good. You're going to tuck your toes under you, both of them this time. And you're going to come up as if you're doing a downward dog, but you're going to keep your knees bent. So it looks a little weird. There you go. That's it. Keep your knees bent, but push the mat away from you so that your chest is coming towards your thighs. Can you feel that? That's it. And then drop your knees, but only to an inch above the mat. So we're coming into a little knee hover. Yes. Put your knees down if you need to rest, or shake out your wrists. Come back into your little downward dog prep. So your bottom is really swaying around in the air there, but you're pressing the mat away from you to get your shoulder blades flat. Come back down into your knee hover. Let's do one more. Up into your little downward dog. Back into your little knee hover. Now this last time, if it's comfortable for you, you are going to straighten your legs into a proper downward dog and just let things ease out there. Walking out the dog if you want to. Breathing through the body, getting lots of lovely length, that's it. Just letting things untangle. Just lengthen out. And then bring your knees down. Finally, we can come off our wrists. And this is where you're going to grab your circle, or for this one, I would say a band, Sunshine Sally, all right? Because we're going to do some rollbacks. So come to sitting, there you go. Now, actually, if you struggle with rollbacks, even though we're using Magic Circle, you might want to use your band for this instead. See how it goes. You're just going to hold your Magic Circle out in front of you. And remember, when you're using your Magic Circle, you have your palms on the pads and your fingers extended. That's it, yes. Don't be grabbing it, tempting though it is. Fingers extended. We're going to hold it out in front of us, and we're just going to do a roll back. So breath in. Exhale, scoop it out. We're going to go all the way down. And then your arms can go over your head with your Magic Circle at the bottom. Inhale, as usual, you're going to lift up your upper body. Now press slightly on the Magic Circle as you tuck your pelvis. Yes, Judy, lovely. That's why they call it a Magic Circle. I don't know why it happens, but it makes it easier somehow, doesn't it? Let's go again. Sally, you're going to have to get yourself one. Exhale, Magic Circle, that is. Take it all the way down. Arms over your head. Bit of pressure on the Magic Circle, pressing those pads towards each other as you reach towards your feet. There you go. Oh, I know. We're going to do just one more. Take it down. Over your head at the bottom there. Nice little stretchy-outy. And then inhale. Press on the band. Not on the band, on the Magic Circle. As you come up. Lovely. That's it. This time we're going to go down to stay down, chaps, all right? Exhale. Scoop it out. Sunshine Sally, if you've got a cushion now, you might want to put that between your knees, because we're going to place our Magic Circle or something between our legs. All right. Yes, that'll work, I should think. We're going to do good old thigh presses, because you can't use Magic Circle without doing some of these, can you? So whatever gives you that nice resistance between your thighs. All right, arms long down by your side. Just make sure your chin is tucked so the back of your neck is long. And then just exhale, squeeze those knees together, either on the Magic Circle or the squishy ball, or whatever else you got there. Exhale as you squeeze. Now, while you're doing this, keep going. And on the exhale, as well as thinking of your thighs coming together, how about we start thinking about the abs? So remember that cue where as you exhale, the ribs draw together, they drop back down towards the mat, and they drop down inside you towards your pubic bone. So you're firing up lots of muscles on the inside there as your knees press together. So there's a lot going on. But actually it feels quite nice. The more you can sort of recruit different muscles, the stronger, the more empowering it feels. And what about if you lift up your pelvic floor muscles as well as when you exhale? Super. Let's just do a couple more of these. One more should do it. Exhale. And release. Good. All right. So for this one, Sunshine Sally, I think you can go without a prop for this one. But if you've got a magic circle, you're going to put your legs through it this time. And you're going to put the pads so that they're on the outside of your knees. And then you're going to come to tabletop. So we're going to do a regular hip roll. So Sunshine Sally, you could just do a regular hip roll, okay? Arms in a T position. If you've got a magic circle, press out slightly on the magic circle. And again, see if you can get that abdominal connection as you do that. And then as usual, you're going to inhale as you go over to the right, keeping both shoulder blades on the floor. Exhale as you draw back to center. Keep a little bit of pressure pressing out on the magic circle. Inhale as you go over to the left. Exhale as you draw back. Inhale as you go over. Now this time as you exhale again, find that connection in your abs, ribs drawing together, back and down, pelvic floor muscles lifting up. As you exhale, looking good everyone. Shall we do a couple more of these? If you wanted to beef it up, anybody, you could take your arms above your chest. How are we feeling about that today? Let's go one more set. Lovely. Come back to center, and you're going to take your legs out of your magic circle. Again, for this next one, Sunshine Sally, you can go without and just do a regular chest lift. But if you've got a magic circle, you're going to hold it above your chest. Again, fingers extended. All right. So, as per usual, you're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to find that connection that we've just been working on and let that lift up your chest. If you've got a magic circle, it's coming towards your knees. There you go. Lovely. And then lift it up, and then the chest goes down. Super. Let's keep going with these. Exhale, you come up. Super. Arms up, and then you go down. Keep it going, guys. Feel free to find your own rhythm there. Making sure you're not tucking your pelvis underneath you. Finding that nice connection at your center. Lovely. And again, for some reason, a little bit of pressure on the magic circle can kind of help you there. I saw a magician in inverted commas, shall we say, in Edinburgh, and his poster said he was a member of the Tragic Circle. He was actually very funny. Let's do 4 more of these, shall we? Feeling good. That's it. Work those. Best thing you can do for an aching back, work your abdominals more. They'll pick up the strain for you next time. Let's go one more. Bring yourself down and just have a little rest, just turning your head left to right on the mat just to release any tension you may have picked up. So we're going to go into chest lift with rotation, and again you could do this without a prop of any type, just fine. If you've got your magic circle, you're going to hold it above your chest. Now you're going to take a breath in and exhale, you're going to come up to a regular chest lift. But then it's like, you know, when you're a kid and you play steering wheel on your car, in your toy car, you're going to turn your steering wheel and go around the corner. There you go. If you want to make noises, fine with me. Remember, you're on mute. Come back to center. Go the other way. Come back to center. Let's just do one more set each side. Turn it. Good. Back to center. And steer your car the other way, back to center, and take yourself down. We're going to do one more set like that, okay? So here we go, breath in. Exhale up, you come into a nice, strong chest lift. Get those shoulder blades off the ground. Good space under your chin. And now, turn your mudokar to the left. I always want to sing the Simpsons music here. Do 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 do. Because you know there's that scene with Marge and little baby Lisa doing the car. Do you know what I mean? Last one, here we go. Take it over. Bring it back and just rest down. Super work, guys. Is everyone feeling okay? Lovely. Let's come on to our tummies. Now again, Sunshine Sally, this will be fine without anything. But if you've got a magic circle, this is now for something completely different, as they used to say. I don't remember what show that was, but you're going to hold your magic circle above your head, standing it up like this. And then you're going to put your palms on it. Can you see? So you're resting. Now just be careful when you've done this that you haven't let your shoulders come all the way up to your ears. So you want to bring your shoulders down. That's it. So Sunshine Sally, just arms over your head in your sort of Tom Daly position. Now as always when we do this, chaps, just remember to keep your tailbone lengthening to your heels and you're drawing your belly button away from the floor. You're just going to lift up a right arm and then lower it down. And then a left arm and lower it down. So Sunshine Sally, even though you haven't got a magic circle, you could pretend you have. And the idea is that you're trying to touch the top of your magic circle with the back of your hand. There you go. Now don't let your boobs come off the floor. You're not turning to do it. Keep your boobs into the mat and just lift up an arm. That's it. Yes, yes, yes. Now we're talking. Good. Can you get that little touch of your hand to the magic circle? Couple more of these. Lovely. All right, and then just rest down. But this time you're going to bring up your chest and an alternate leg if you want to. Now the leg can be optional. So you're lifting up into a little back extension. So it's easier to touch your band. Do you see? Because you brought your chest up. Watch your back here, Judy, but this should be, again, feel quite nice. And the alternate arm and leg. So if it's left arm, it's right leg. And Vicky Verky. Inhaling as you come up. And again, keep your chest. Remember that playing card shape of your torso needs to be facing the mat the whole time. You're not rotating away from your mat. You're just lifting up an arm and a leg. And down. Lovely. Let's just do one more set here. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling as you go down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Super, have a little rest. You are going to take your magic circle onto your bottom now. Like this. And you're going to hold your pads. Now for the first and only time. Hello, Mr. Judy. You can hold onto your pads here. Don't worry about your fingers. So hold on with your thumbs. That's it, into your pads. And again, Sunshine Sally, fine without. Now just make sure you've rolled your shoulders down and back away from the floor. And all you're going to do is a little back extension. But it's as if someone's pulling your band, your magic circle away from you. So as you come up, you're lifting your band slightly. Can you feel that? And lower down. There you go. So lift the band off your legs slightly if you can, so that as you come up, you're coming up. There you go. Keep the belly button drawing away from the floor. Keep the shoulders down and back. Lovely. Let's just do one more. Watch your back. Nice work, guys. And then bring your magic circle forward and you're going to press back into your child's pose. Super work, everybody. All right, back into your 4-point kneeling to round this baby off. Let me think, are we going to do this? No, I tell you what, we're going to do a quick stretch. So come into your high kneeling. I've just looked at the time, we've got like 3 minutes. 30 minutes isn't enough, is it? We're going to do a quick hip opener hamstring combi stretch. So take your left foot forward. Super, a little bit of a tuck under, and then take your hips forward, watching as always that your front knee doesn't go beyond your toes. There you go, opening out the back hip there. Should feel quite nice, lovely. That's it. And now bring your hands down to the floor as you straighten that front leg, letting the foot slip forward. So you want to keep your hip above your knee here. You don't take your bottom down towards your heel. Just getting into the hammy stretch. Flex the front foot if you want to. See how you feel. Breathe into it. Lovely. Bend the front knee. And then come back into your high kneeling so that we can go to the other side. All right, so right foot steps forward. Bit of a tuck under. Take the hips forward as you open out that back hip. That's it. Collarbones nice and wide, shoulders down and back, lovely. And then bring your hands to the floor so that you've got lots of support as you straighten that front leg. Flexing the foot if you want to. Just taking a nice little hammy stretch. Leveling up your hips here. Breathing into it. Super. Now bring that leg back so that you finish in your 4-point kneeling, and a little bit of a repeat of what we did at the beginning of class, our cat-cow alligator combi thing, all right? So hike up a hip towards your armpit into your alligator, then round the back into your cat stretch, go to your alligator on the other side, and then let your ribs drop into your smiley mouth arch. Yes, and then just repeat. Hip comes up, back rounds into a letter C, hip comes up on the other side, and then you go into your arch. Let's go the other way. Bring up the other hip first, round the back, bring up the other hip, go into your arch. Lovely, one more time. Alligator, into a cat, alligator on the other side, good, and back into your arch, lovely. Come into your neutral position, tuck the toes, coming into a downward dog now, just to finish things off. Let things just lengthen out, letting the heels drop down towards the floor. Pushing the mat away from you, getting your chest bone closer to the mat. And then bend your knees. Walk your hands slowly back. Keeping your knees bent, let's hold on to our elbows and just do our ragdoll, just rocking around your legs. Rocking around. Da, 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 da. Make sure your head is nicely relaxed. Give your head a little nod, a little shake. And then release your elbows, take a breath in, exhale, scoop and lift. We're rolling all the way up. Feet planting down into the floor. And let's do a couple of nice shoulder rolls at the top. Lovely. We're going to come back to centre just to do our 2-up stretches. And there you go, bish bash bosh for 30 minutes. Can't believe how quickly that goes. All right then, here we go. Take a breath in all the way up. Lovely. And then exhale, push the air down. It's looking rather nice out there today, isn't it? Might go in the garden later. Inhale up. Super. And exhale, push the air down. And have a little shaky, shaky, shaky. That's it, let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of